Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 2023 Hyundai Venue SEL, which is the mid-trim level. I just showed you a few weeks ago the top limited trim of the Venue, so if you're interested in that, make sure to check that video out after this one. However, today we're going to see if the SEL offers a better value than the limited for the price point that you're paying. So for 2023, the Hyundai Venue is in its fourth model year in production. I know it's hard to believe, but this vehicle came out for the 2020 model year here in the United States, and overall has just received some minor changes since its launch. But for 2023, it did gain a few additional features. So for 2023, every Hyundai Venue in production received a digital gauge cluster. This is a small 4.2-inch color display in the center, and the outside is a fixed digital display similar to that of the base or entry-level Palisades. So that is a major change in my opinion that made the interior a little bit more aesthetically pleasing and also up the technology just a little bit on the interior. Now, in addition to this, it did also receive standard map lighting on the inside as well as a standard center console with armrest. Now, this particular SEL already had the center armrest, so that's a no change in this particular trim, but it is nice to see the updates that are improving the standard equipment list. And lastly, there is standard rear occupant alert, the door logic type, so it only uses the door sensors to tell whether or not there might be a rear occupant, not an ultrasonic sensor or anything like that, like the Hyundai Santa Fe, the Tucson, and some of the larger Hyundai SUVs. But overall, nice to see that Hyundai has improved the standard feature list here for the 2023 model year. And like most model year changes, there's going to be a small price increase that comes with it, and the Venue is no different. It starts out at $22,735, including destination here in the mid SEL trim level, and this represents a $690 increase over that of the 2022 SEL. So not a bad price increase in my opinion. Still starts well in the low $20,000 price range and does offer a good bang for the buck. But let's not waste any more time. Take a look at what the 2023 Hyundai Venue SEL has to offer for just over $23,000. Now, the Venue in front of us is finished in the Galactic Gray exterior, and this one is the black cloth interior. Now, here in the sunlight, this color definitely shines. You can see all of the metallic flake in the paint. Really sets this paint color off. Up front on the SEL, it's going to be very similar, if not the same, to that of the base SC. So you have incandescent turn signals up top, halogen projector headlights, and halogen reflector high beams below that. So no LED daytime running lights or LED lighting up front at all. You have the chrome accented front grille with the Hyundai emblem in the center. And below that, you do have some silver accented trim with some matte black plastic below that. You have little air curtains on the sides of the front bumper to help direct air around the wheel and tire for better aerodynamics and fuel efficiency. And around the side of the vehicle, you can see the black plastic trim continues along the wheel arches and the lower portions of the vehicle, like standard on most SUVs these days. Coming to the wheels and tires, these are going to be your 17-inch alloy wheels. They are machined and dark gray finish. They're wrapped in 205/55 17-inch Nexen N-Perez AH8 all-season tires. Incandescent turn signal integration here on the front fenders. I believe this is the only Hyundai to implement that design choice. Body color mirror caps, they are not going to be heated, but do have blind spot detection in them. Body color door handles. I really do like the gloss black A-pillar design. Kind of gives the roof a different look to it and separates the two from each other. You can see the SEL and higher does come with the roof rails up top. They're accented in the silver paint. Out back, you will find more incandescent lighting, so no LEDs on this vehicle on the exterior, so incandescent brake and turn signals up top, and your incandescent reverse lights down below. More silver accent trim lower on the rear diffuser. Not sure what this design language is for below the reverse light, but that is textured into the plastic there. Rear backup camera just above the license plate. Venue spelled out on the tailgate in the white accented leathering. Rear wiper. Your third brake light is integrated inside of the actual hatch itself, so underneath the glass. That's not something you typically see too often anymore. But overall, a pretty standard subcompact SUV body style of a squared off boxy design. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the window sticker on this particular vehicle. Take a look at how it's equipped, and then we'll go ahead and dive onto the inside. And one other exterior element to note is this vehicle does come with the smaller single power sunroof. That is not something you'll actually find on the base SE or the top limited trim of the Venue, so it's kind of exclusive here to the SEL. So take a look at the window sticker on the Venue SEL. It's pretty much comes as equipped. There's no additional option packages or features on the Venue lineup outside of the particular trim level that you're looking at. This one does have a few additional accessories such as the floor mats, cargo tray, first aid kit, as well as the roof rack cross rails, which are not installed on the vehicle currently, which brings the total MSRP to $23,195, including destination. Now take a look on the interior of this vehicle. Once again, this has the black cloth interior option. Starting out here on the door panel, you will find a fully hard touch door panel. So hard touch plastics up top, hard touch armrest, and hard touch lower section. It does have power windows, mirrors, and locks with automatic driver window. A little bit of bottle storage down below, and silver accented door handle pull. 6-way manual driver seat, so it does have height adjustment. And there's your black cloth accented by the gray accent stitching and the gray stripe in the center. It's nice that kind of breaks up the look and all of the black plastic on the inside. And immediately you can see we're greeted to the new feature for 2023, and that is the digital gauge cluster. Like I mentioned, this is not a fully configurable display, but it does have kind of two separate components to it. So in the center, you'll find the 4.2-inch color display, which is configurable and goes through all of your menus for the driver assistance technologies, controlled here on the right side of the steering wheel. So cycling through some of the options, you can see it does show your trip information, your odometer, outside temp, all your settings for the driver assistance, and some of the other vehicle settings as well. And you can have your tire display and your digital speed readout. On the outside, you'll find the fixed digital section. So it is light up and it is digital. However, you cannot configure that outside of the color changing LEDs, which do change with the drive mode. So you can see there's normal, sport, and snow drive modes. But that is a look at the new digital cluster. The SEL does come with a nice leather wrapped steering wheel with gray accent stitching. On the left side, you have your audio multimedia controls. On the right side, you have your normal cruise control and controls for that instrument panel. This does not have lane following assist, and it does not have adaptive cruise control available at all. Automatic headlights with auto high beam assist. Regular wipers here on the right side. To the left of the steering wheel, you have your gauge illumination as well as traction control off. This does have a manual tilt telescopic steering column as standard equipment. Silver accents around the vents, and a hard touch dashboard with a textured design. Coming to the infotainment system, this is your 8-inch infotainment with wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay. This is the highest trim in the Venue to get the wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, because if you step up to the top limited trim, it does have built-in navigation, which removes that feature from the infotainment. This does not have Sirius XM. It does not have Blue Link capability as well. That is all available with the top limited, but once again, you do lose the wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. But outside of that, it is very similar to that of most Hyundai infotainment systems. It does have HD, FM radio, AM radio, USB, Bluetooth inputs, all the usual stuff there. I like all the physical shortcuts below, including the volume and power knob, tune knob, and all of your shortcuts for the menu system. This one is programmable, so if you want to set up a shortcut menu for that, you can do so right here as seen there. Single zone automatic climate control, USB-A and USB-C charge ports, as well as a 12-volt outlet. Silver accented trim around the shift knob. This is leather stitched boot that matches the steering wheel. That is very nice. Drive mode select, manual parking brake, 2 cup holders, and the center armrest does slide, which is nice for getting comfortable and resting your arm at different driving positions. And inside you will find a little bit of extra storage space as well. Up top you will find a light gray headliner, vanity lighting, manual dimming rear view mirror, map lights, as well as your power sunroof controls. So there is your single power sunroof. It does open and retract. It doesn't open super far in comparison to some other vehicles out there, but then again, this vehicle is fairly small, so it doesn't really need to. It does, however, let in a lot of additional light inside of the vehicle. Here in the back of the Venue SEL, all the materials will follow through, so you have a fully hard touch door panel once again with a little bit of additional bottle storage. The seat is folded down on the passenger side due to the roof rails not being installed. They are inside of that box though. But stepping inside, very easy step-in height. There's a look at the front dashboard. There's going to be no real rear seat amenities in this vehicle, such as USB charging or AC vents. You do have a map net on the passenger side. Legroom is going to be decent, but it is going to be fairly tight for most people. I am sitting behind my rough driving position. I would say I have about 1 inch of legroom, plenty of foot room, and plenty of rear seat headroom, so no problems there. There's going to be no center armrest in this vehicle either. However, as you can see, the seats do fold down 60-40 split. And there is a privacy shade back here in the trunk area. But overall, very comfortable rear seat. Coming to the trunk space, it does have a power release trunk. It is a manual lift gate. For the size and overall footprint, there is going to be a good amount of cargo carrying capacity and storage. So there is your removable privacy shade that can slide down in here to kind of store it out of the way. Light here on the left side, it does not have a 12-volt outlet. Underneath the floor, you will find the compact temporary spare tire and a good amount of additional cargo carrying capacity. I believe this vehicle might have the dual level cargo floor, so you can move the floor down. Now wrapping it up here on the passenger front seat, you do have a 4-way manual passenger seat, so no height adjustment. The dashboard does have a cutout right above the glove box for additional cargo capacity. You can set your phone up there, some booklets or something like that. It is fairly deep considering the size. Glove box is not damped, nor does it have a light inside, but it is a very usable space in that regard. But overall, that is a look on the interior of the Hyundai Venue SEL. Let's go ahead and take a look under the hood to see what powers this vehicle, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up this video. So under the hood of the Hyundai Venue, you're going to find the 1.6 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. This puts out roughly 132 horsepower and 116 pound-feet of torque through only the front wheels. No all-wheel drive is available, and this is mated to an IVT type transmission. So overall, a pretty small powertrain in terms of the overall power output from the engine. But once again, this is a fairly light vehicle, so it doesn't have much of a problem moving the Venue around. But overall, that's a quick look at the 2023 Hyundai Venue SEL. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you think this is the best trim level in the Venue lineup, or would you rather have the top limited trim for a few $1,000s more? Personally, I think this is a solid middle trim in the lineup, typical of that of Hyundai vehicles, I guess you could say, where you do get a good amount of nicer equipment. Personally, I really do like the leather wrapped steering wheels, the automatic climate control, and some of the other aspects like that. However, personally, I think the top limited trim would be the one that I would want with the nicer LED headlights. You do get the auto high beam assist with that, standard on every Venue, but the heated front seats and proximity entry, the BlueLink connectivity, stuff like that would be really nice to have in a daily driver vehicle for just a few $1,000s more. So personally, I would probably opt for the Venue Limited, but the SEL does offer a lot of nice equipment over that of the base SE. But with all that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed. As always, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are not already subscribed, and check out some of my content here on the channel. I just actually filmed a Venue versus Kona side-by-side comparison video, so make sure to check that out if you're interested not only in the Kona, but also the Venue as well. Let me know which subcompact SUV would be your pick if you're in the market. The Kona will be all new for 2024, so that should be out by the end of this calendar year, hopefully, fingers crossed. It'll be interesting to see how that new Kona stacks up against the Venue once they release it here in the North American market. But let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. I appreciate the support here on the channel, and as always, hope to see you guys in the next one.